Okay, we're in the studio. We just set up the fx30. First impressions.
It's great.
It's great. That's Austin in the background. I'll show you the setup in just a second. But we have it on the tripod as our main camera. We're going to cut to Bill. Bill is our mortgage guy, but you can see right here, this is the fx30. I fucked up and for some reason wasn't recording audio. I don't know what happened, but it was an easy setup. I do like the menu settings on the fx30. Sony finally got to the game with is touch screen on the menu. So now I came from the old school Sony, and this is great that it's all touch screen now. Good job, Sony. You got with the party. Finally got to the party. I like that there's record tally lights on there. I like that it matches with the A7C. So first impressions of the fx30, it's awesome. It's got a fan, so that was our main issue, is the overheating. So it does have a fan. We're in Las Vegas. It should be clear. If this thing overheats, I am going to cry. Let's see what Austin says. Hold on. This is the podcast room. We just wrapped up. I'll show you the footage of the fx30. Here's the fx30 here on Austin's tripod, the Manfrotto tripod. We got hooked up to the screen. I'll cut to that footage in a second. But Austin, impression from coming from the ZVE10?
Well, I'm a little biased because I had an FX6 for a long time. The FX line is just so good. The ZVE10 is... I like the ZVE10. I'm actually going to buy off of the studio the one that we're replacing.
We have this. This is what we replaced with. Something like this.
Yep.
We went from a ZVE10, which is like a $700 camera, to like a 14... Oh, I'm not Mike. A 14... Yeah, it's okay. I should be all right. So
yeah.
Going from this...
I got 800 things on my lap.
He's got 800.
I'm posting content.
Yeah,
I'm working.
He's working.
I'm working.
Yeah,
but
yeah, no, you're
but
good.
I love this camera, though. I love it. Maybe just not as a podcast dedicated camera. I'm actually buying, we have the other one, we have the black one. I'm buying that one off of them because I want to use it to do vlogs. I want to use it, it's an easier camera to use than my A7 III.
Yeah, tell them the issue we're having with the ZVE10 because we have a podcast.
So these run for a long time and they would begin to overheat.
In 4K.
In 4K. Yeah. While recording, even just using it as like a webcam, like if we run it into OBS and just live stream without recording natively, they would still overheat. We'd have to turn the AC on, which in 58-degree weather kind of sucks here. And it's caused like, you know, it can be bad for clients, it can be bad for you. It's just not a good look. This has a fan though. And the A7C, we've never had a problem with. I don't think that has a fan.
Yeah, that's the A7C. No problem overheating. But so we replaced that ZVE10 with FX30. First day, so far so good. It hasn't done any warnings. Obviously it has a fan. I do like the fact that it has full HDMI.
That is nice too. We don't have to buy another cable. We can just use HDMI on it. And the quality is great. I mean, we're gonna see about. Oh, what we should do that before you leave is we should test it in 1080.
Okay.
And see how good it looks. Because if it looks good in 1080, then we can cut down our file sizes.
Yes.
And transfers and everything.
Yep. I like the tally lights that you could see. That
I love the tally light. It looks like a Star Wars camera.
There's one on the top, so there's like, you know, obviously these are little things, but when you're like running solo, you see this like red light go on, and then you know it's recording. So perfect. All right, yeah, we'll do a quick test, and I'll test this in 1080p. But what you were seeing earlier is just Bill's podcast today. That one's in 4K with actually the smallest 4K codec. So yeah, so far so good. First impressions, I'm actually liking this. I'm liking it. It's super heavy duty. It's rugged. And it's, yeah. Let me know if you guys have used this, and maybe I'll do more FX30 content. Bye.